Well, welcome back, my friends. All happy Sunday to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, a K-Bar pocket knife rendition. Now, the difference with this K-Bar pocket knife is it's being brought back to the United States. This was made in-house by K-Bar. It is S35VN steel, G10 on the handle, teal gray. It's got State and Union on the back. I absolutely am digging it, but we want to talk about why. Now, here's just the truth. Here's the way I run things. We cut up a bunch of shit. I'll show you that. And then we make our determination on it. You make up your mind on that. Buy it, don't make shit to me. Now, this was sent to me by John Stitt, the president of K-Bar, as a thank you. We're going to have John on Tuesday night, August 6th, 7:45 p.m. on my channel and on Joe, JS Bladecraft. So he sent us both one of these. Joe did a review. I'll put Joe's review in the description. Here's the thing. This is a thin, slicey sumbitch. It's got a hollow ground. Let's jump all into it. Now, I don't cut up a lot of food. Honestly, Megatron does all the cooking. Praise the Lord for that. But I wanted to just do some quick slicing of some cucumbers, something kind of soft. This is actually my snack for tomorrow. I have cucumbers and cherries now instead of chips and dip. That's how we've gotten so lean here over the past 7-8 months, honest to God. But this also gives me a chance to cut some thin slices, some thick slices. Let's talk about the knife. This is the K-Bar State and Union, made in the USA. It is hollow ground, S35VN. The blade thickness is 0.16 inches. The Rockwell is 60 to 62. The overall length when it's open is 7.35 inches with a blade length of 3¼ inches long. The blade width is 0.85 inches. The edge angle is 20 degrees per side. Again, it is a hollow ground. This thing only weighs 0.2 pounds, okay? Very, very light in pocket. It has a true deep carry pocket clip. Now, the very last clip of this video is me showing you the carry in pocket. I take a spare pair of pants and just show you kind of front pocket, side pocket. I was going to do it during the video and I screwed it all up. Now, the handles are G10 and they are that battleship gray offset with teal. It's got a teal thumb clip on the blade. I like gray and blue. I just do. It's a very, very cool, traditional looking color combo to me. On the back of the blade is State and Union. It also has some jimping back there. Now, here's the truth of the matter. I've actually carried this with me at work quite a bit. The truth is, guys, I like having a super sharp knife on me, right? I may not use it every day. Not every knife has to be some bomb-proof, indestructible knife. I like having a thin edge that is slicey and is sharp. I like having it for food prep. I like having it in case of an emergency. I like something that can get very, very sharp very quickly. This knife does that. Now, we just cut all the way through it. The other thing that I found interesting about this knife is this. It is a lock back. So it's going to provide more strength than, say, a liner lock or even a frame lock would. And you see the balance point there. What I did want to do is check out, of course, that was great. I missed that one, but I didn't want to lose the balance point. I wanted to show you that. Now, guys, listen. I've seriously lost like 70 to 75 pounds since January. And sometimes, guys, my clothes are kind of falling off, and I apologize. I look like a little hobo, but I'm trying to wait until my weight kind of plateaus before I get anything new. Old Scab's not a fashionista to begin with. And I'm sitting here looking at my pants about around my ass and just wanted to point that out. I will be getting new clothes. I can afford them, but at this point in time, there's no point when we're losing weight. Now, sorry about the side road we took there, but if you've watched the channel at all, you know that that's probably not the last time this video we're going to go off track. What I wanted to do is check out the strength of the lock. I absolutely hate with all my heart the spine whack. I think it's the stupidest test ever invented in knife reviewdom. I just really do. The spine whack, you're not going to nail anything with the damn thing, but I thought, you know what? This is K-Bar's introductory run back into making folders. Let's do some things. Let's see how it holds up. I like using this knife to cut denim and things like that. Because if you think about it, man, if you're in the woods, if it's a snake bite, if you twist an ankle, if you're wearing jeans, if you got to cut it, it's a good idea to know if it'll cut it. This knife, the edge geometry on this thing is conducive for cutting. And I think you'll see that all the way through this video. And we do our typical stuff. We cut sandblast hose. We cut extension cords. We cut plastic. We cut fire hose. I threw it at the stump a good bit to put pressure on that pivot. Now right here, this is an extension cord, and I'm doing a push cut, but I'm wobbling it. What I'm trying to do is put pressure on that front pin. I want to see if the lock will give way. I want to see if it loosens up the blade. I wanted to just kind of delve into this knife because this is a knife that I'm going to carry. It really is. And if I'm going to carry it, I want to see for myself what it will do. I love Joe. I love every other knife reviewer out there. I truly do. Well, some of them I don't like, but I like Joe. But the thing is this, and it's not that I don't trust anybody, but if I'm going to carry a knife, I got to do some stuff on my own. I hope that makes sense to you. And I'm not negating anyone's review. I think every knife review has merit. I've said that over and over and over again. But there's certain things that I really want to look. The bigger you get to, the more scrutiny people put on you. You know, now you're supposed to, you know, all of a sudden you're supposed to be Mr. White Knight of the universe. Well, I'm not. But I want to make sure this knife works, because if you're going to buy it, I don't want people, well, damn, Scab. No. It held up well. Now watch right here. This goes back to testing. See how I'm pushing down there? I'm trying to put as much pressure on that pivot point as I can. That's steel reinforced sandblast hose. It went through it like it wasn't sitting there. I had no visible chips, no warps, no nothing. And we cut this a bunch. This is a medium that I like cutting a bunch. It puts a ton of pressure directly on that edge because you have the steel reinforced. And that's some thick shit. You're sandblasting. I run my sandblaster at right at, I believe, 135 PSI, right? And we run a higher grain or a higher grit silica. So it eats this shit up. So it has to be thicker. This is some thick stuff, reinforced. And again, now right there, you see what I did? I went in, I pushed it. And again, look at the pressure we're putting. That is important to me, to know this knife will hold up. Again, it doesn't have to be bomb-proof. This is a nice light. You could carry this. This is a Sunday go-to-meeting knife. This is a go-to-work knife. See, no play in the blade there. Close it, no play in the blade there. I love that pocket clip. I love that wire pocket clip. Let's get back in focus, Scab. There you go. It's just a good-looking knife, man. I love the pocket clip. Did I mention that to y'all? And it has a nice lanyard hole. Now you say, Scab, I wouldn't stab with it. I know you wouldn't. You don't have a channel. I'll stab for you. Here's some 1/2-inch tire tread. It's reinforced. We're not going crazy. I'm not going psycho on it. One, because that damn table will come straight off of there. Two, I'm not going to run that into my groin. You know what I'm saying? And three, there's no need. I don't need to go psycho. I promise you, if I punch stab somebody just like I did there, it'll be all I need. That's all I need. Cut it in half. Now right here, spine whack. 1, 2, 3. No play, no blade play. None at all. Closes, opens. Let's do something else. Another stab. Let's do 2 pieces. Stab. Boop. Nice. And again, these are just quick punch stabs. The other thing that I like a lot about this blade is it is a Warncliffe style blade, but it has a nice tip on it. There we go. I just lost my mind there. 3, 4 hard whacks again. So what's that? 6, 7, 8 whack, spine whack, which again, can I tell you this? I think that's the stupidest test ever made. Why'd you do it, Scab? So nobody asked me how tough I think the knife is. Now, this is where that thin edge comes in. I don't know why, but I've told y'all a million times, this is one of my favorite demonstrations to do. We're just making some curly cues if you have to. The knife is thin. It is conducive for this thing, okay? Now, somebody will say hard use, hard use, hard use. I'm not going to use this knife for hard use. It's nice to know that it'll hold up to some. But with a thin, hollow ground blade, and let's just be realistic, there's no need to build shit up. S35VN, hollow ground, I'm not going to baton with it. I don't baton with pocket knives anyway. I'm going to cut with it. That's what it's for. If I need to start a fire, I can. If I need to cut a pant leg off to get to an injury, I can. If I need to cut something out of my leg, I can. If I need to cut a tire, I can. It'll do what I need it to do, but this is a cutting tool. This is another favorite thing. Don't ask me why I like it. I just do. It's relaxing. It really is. And I get a good feel for the knife as it just kind of glides through the bottom. Now you could do this for a mosquito trap or a wasp trap or anything like that. So there is some connectivity to a simulation, if you want to say that, I guess. But the knife did very well. And again, I say this every time. This is my disclaimer. I can only go with the knife in hand. That's it. I don't make broad sweeping statements. Guys, I pride myself on learning. This is a learning channel. I'm learning every day. Looking lean there. You've learned that I look lean and I can't hold a piece of paper. But I'm learning every day. Now, this knife goes for $1.75 on their website. So you got a pocket knife that's under $200. And listen, guys, we live in a day and age where everything's going up. You know, I know P. Paul Jones used to buy them for $5 at the Walmarts. That's over. So to get an affordable folder for under $200 that'll hold up, to me, I like it. Would I buy one? Yeah, I'd buy one. I really would. And I might buy one for some gifts this year at Christmas. I like it that much. I really do. That being said, guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, it's the weekend. That stat's going to run up there to 29 or 30. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. Man, you have a place here. That's all that means. Guys, I back the blue. It's not a popular thing, but I'm not here for a popularity contest. I have my reasons. I know it's not easy to do in this day and age, but I back the blue. Again, my reasons, and I don't shove it down your throat. Finally, if you are an addict, and I am, never quit quitting. Well, the K-Bar State and Union, for their first offering back in the United States, I'm a fan. But you knew I would be because we don't have garbage on the channel, huh? Come on, son. Listen, remember this, Tuesday night, 7:45, I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone.